Okay, it says I'm live. All right, all right, all right, all right. I just need to share this out a bit. Share. So, good morning, everyone. Good morning, morning. Good morning, morning. How are you all? Mrs. Anonymous. Hi, my friend. Have you been getting my messages? I got one message, Mrs. Anonymous. Um, the other, I only got one. I think if you're the anonymous that's been on my mind lately. Uh, Let's try this again. Now am I live? Ow. Morning, Jetta. Good morning, Jessica. Can you hear me? Am I good now? I wanted to tell you about grinds in my cup. Some of you may have already heard this, but this morning you get a special twist. Have a great day. Not to you all, but this is what I think of 3 people today. Yeah. I'm back. Good morning, Rachel. Good morning, Denise. Good morning, Teresa. Chetta. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, sweetheart. I've got a lot on my plate right now. Boy, big time. So let's do the first one really quickly. It would be much quicker if you got in the car and went to CVS, but I don't know that you should be driving if you're not feeling well and haven't had sleep. That's totally up to you. Just let me know what to do. Okay. So, thank you very much, Miss Rachel. Thank you very much. Good morning, Miss Dorothy Lamb. So this is what my morning's been. I woke up in a really great mood, and then it's come down to, if you're going to use that cup, you need to let everybody know the whole purpose to the cup. Let it show. I will, but unfortunately, the cup's a little too full. If I crank it back, it's going to go all over me. Okay, so this actually have you okay, so I asked Spirit what they want me to talk about today, and I kept on getting grinds in my cup, grinds in my cup, grinds in my cup. Good morning, Norris. Good morning, Lauren. By the way, just so everybody knows, I have been extremely busy, but the one thing I will make time for always is when you have something that I consider an emergency. Lauren yesterday had an emergency, and I wish I could have spent more time with her, but I was perplexed because I was in a lot of pain. Lauren, I am so sorry about the passing of your fur baby. Just know that I was hearing barking this morning at about 3:30 in the morning. And when I went to get up, I didn't even touch the remote. My TV went on. I'm like, oh, what? Oh, what? And yeah, so I thought of you again, Lauren. So she was just letting me know to let you know that she's okay. You know, our animals are our babies. I don't care what anybody says. Do you know what I mean? I know, Teresa, but my pharmacy, Walgreens, here's to you. Walgreens on Route 9 in Toms River. Hey. I'll show it more when I can drink more out of the cup. Okay? Yeah. Rainbow baby. I know. It's like, I should not complain about my day because there's people like Lauren who have had their babies. You did, Jenna? Oh, I wonder if they crossed over the bridge together. I wonder. But when you're dependent on medications and you're entrusting a pharmacy and you've got auto refills, they should be refilling it automatically, right? That's what the auto in automatic is, you know? And then I had to fight for them. And then I still haven't gotten them. So I have been in pain for the last 2 nights. And guys, I don't take any like painkillers or anything. The most I take is 500 milligrams of Aleve. That's the strongest thing I take. Okay. Yeah, I know another person who's um yeah, she was. That's true. Yeah, I know someone else who lost their kitty cat yesterday. So, oh, my poor Kristen and my poor grandbaby Lily. She's not feeling well. And because the baby hasn't been feeling well, Kristen hasn't had much sleep. And that triggers like her issues, you know? Oh, okay. Oh, I swear. It's like, oh, yeah, that's true. My guys just said something. That's true. Um, and forgive me for texting. I don't normally text or do anything like that on a live, but the baby's not feeling good. They're not feeling good over there. You know what I mean? And it's not a feeling good that I can get. It's not anything contagious. But anyway, long story short of it, I always come back to a positive place. But last night at like 2 o'clock in the morning, I just couldn't do it. I fell asleep early. And I fell asleep in no pain. But with not having that medication in my system, there it was, but bing, bang, boom, like someone's shooting, daggers. Um, so I knew it wasn't my doctor's office because they're really pretty diligent about, um, making sure that I, you know, don't have an issue with my medication, especially my insulin. So when they do that, I'm like, well, you guys have to understand something here, you people. I know it's Walgreens because they've had a history of it. So it was one of those things that I had to deal with and not be, it was just totally out of my control. It was totally out of my hands. So what do we do with those things that are totally out of our control that we just can't, like Saturday, Denise had an experience and it broke her heart. It just kind of a little bit of her heart got chipped away. And it was like totally uncalled for. It was something someone did out of, you know, um, out of their own feeling, out of their own misplaced anger. So, like, what do you guys do about that when you have like stuff like this? Yeah, it was all about jealousy. That's all it was about. Hi, Margaret. Sure. Why does that sound familiar, that name? Oh, damn. I brought over the book in the morning again. I don't feel like doing that. I don't like it when I let you go. Not let you go, but I mean that, that I have to do that. So, right here, let's get this list going and get it going good. Do, 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 do. Aw. Hi, Macy. Beautiful Vanessa is in a meeting and she wants to say hello to everybody. Tell her hello, Vanessa. That sounds familiar, Margaret. I don't know why, but I'm putting her on here. Um, so for me, I don't even like Well, right or wrong, I make plans of revenge. Oh, that's why. Thank you, honey. But here's the thing. Right, wrong, or indifferent, that's your choice, right? Because that is your choice. And I'm sorry I'm sitting weird. It's because I haven't had my medication for 2 days. So this is the only comfortable way to sit. All right. So, um, yeah. Here's the thing. I will never judge you for being revengeful. That's about you. That's not about me. Guys, that's not about me. That's about you. But I will tell you this, it just means you'll spend longer time in reconciliation. Look, you can see from where when I lost my hair when I had the cancer, that never really grew back. Anyway, now that I've shown you my lovely bald spot. Sometimes the best thing to do for me, I can't tell you what the best thing for you to do. I can just tell you that revenge just means that you'll have to spend more time in reconciliation with forgiveness. That's all. But you have plenty of time, hopefully, to work on, that issue. Because, Deborah, I love you and I wouldn't want you to, be in reconciliation any longer than you have to be. I'd really like to be able to, talk to you after that. If a person takes offense of what I post on Facebook, then yes, it was meant for them. But I don't call it revenge. I call it fishing. That is true. She does call it that. But here's the thing. If people take offense, okay? If they take offense, they're taking that. They're taking that emotion. They're taking that feeling. They're taking that on, okay? It doesn't mean you're giving it. There's a difference. There is a difference. There's a difference, How would you feel? Now, this would never happen. It would never happen. But how would you feel if one of the angels, archangels, or God said, you know what? Right or wrong, but I'm planning revenge. What? Hey, Tara. Yes, I did, Jess. Hi, Chris. How are you doing? Your coffee and court. Rachel just tries to stay positive so she can grow. Seriously. But Deborah, it's never too late. And I guess that's my position. Like, one of the reasons why I was late, even in making my coffee, was because I was on the phone, and I was on the phone very politely with the doctor's office. And I was on the phone with Walgreens. And one of the last things I said to Walgreens when the pharmacist says, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought the pharmacist who was here yesterday took care of that." I was like, well, whatever miscommunication, I know that's not about me. So therefore, I will forgive you. And the phone got deadly silent. And that means more than any one of these that you could give them. Know what I mean? No. And you can't go back and do it over, Denise. Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's just one of those things where we can't, he can. Look at what you can do. How to make another pot? Oh, your tree guy came. Let's make sure Kristen's okay. Yep, she is. Oh, baby just went to sleep. Yay! Yay. So anyway, yay, good. So it's like, you got this one in blue, Chris. Wonder where it came from. So, it's just one of those things, guys, where you can allow it to take you down, or you can turn it around into a positive. We always have to be like on alert, because ultimately, when you stick in that pot of coffee in that coffee maker, even in Keurig, even with pods, okay, it happens to me, where I look down and I'm like, there's grinds in my cup. Who put them there? I don't want them there. I can't drink it like this. For me, I get a little flustered, and then flustered. You love that one? Flustered. And then I'll pour the cup down, rinse the cup off, and I'll start over again, because it is so much easier for me to dump it out and start over again. And we can do that with our day. We most certainly can. I had to do it yesterday. I had to reboot my day. Was it yesterday or the day before? Oh, see, that's how important it was. It was yesterday. I had to take my alarm, set it for 45 minutes. I went and had some quiet time in my bedroom and laid in bed, said a prayer, and then closed my eyes, and then the alarm went off, and I got up, and I started my day again. Facebook is updating. There's a lot of new things coming out with Facebook, especially if you go live on Facebook, and it's very, very, very deceiving now, okay? Because you think you're sharing it out, and you think people are sharing it out, but it's not being shared in a way that's going to be shared on your news feed. So if you're ever being kind to somebody and sharing out their video, be very, very careful on how you share it, and make sure you look and be diligent. And if you don't know, you don't know. They're not going to tell you, hey, we've changed things to make it a little bit better for us and a little bit harder for you. Do you know what I mean? Thank God for coffee is right, Deborah. Yeah, you live in an environment, Teresa, where you can easily do that. Oh, it's a crunch bar. Oh, no, I can't do the grinds. But I rebooted my day yesterday. I rebooted it. I may even today. Depends on when that medication is available to me. Do you know what I mean? But it's one of those things where no one can destroy our peace unless we allow it, guys. You are all my friends, and I care about you all very deeply. And I will be the first one to tell you that you have to breathe in, breathe out, and move on. Now, with me, when I move on, I say the Serenity Prayer, because for me, it's just a really good reminder of letting go of what I can't control. So I can't control it, so I let it go. Let it go. Like, Elsa says, let it go, let it go. Gotta let it go. Because you can't, I won't allow it. I won't allow anybody. As angry as I was this morning, I'll be darned if I was going to let Walgreens in Toms River really get to me. Because they're not going to, oh, you're outside with Brooke. But I'm not going to allow that. It's my choice. I can either take offense or not. Now, really quickly, when you share anything on Facebook from last weekend on, they started to roll it out to some people even the weekend before, I think. But at any rate, when you share, please be careful on where you're sharing the live to. And when you share it, you can click up on the especially if you're on your phone, because you probably are not going to notice because it'll be in finer print, small print up at the top. But there's a drop down, and you can choose where to share it live with. If it's going to say public, and then it'll say news feed. Okay, there's definitely a difference. When you send it to public, you are sending it to your profile page only. When you're sharing it to your news feed, you're sharing it out to a whole bunch of people, including the watches. Now, it used to be, remember that old thing, watch party, that they didn't work for them? Well, so I had somebody telling me that they were sharing it out, sharing my live. And I'm like going, I don't see them sharing out the live. Should I be concerned? No, let it go. And then I found out it's because they were doing public because they thought that was the best, not realizing that it was just going to their profile page. So the only ones who saw it were their friends. But when it goes to your news feed, it goes out to everybody who could possibly, you could even imagine. It's whoever would be just randomly scrolling through their news feed. You know, when you just look and you look and you look and you look, that's where you want to share it to. That was a side note. Anyway, medications are really just, I weaned myself off the one medication that I didn't like. It was affecting my memory. But this medication, it's my diabetes medication. It's kind of impossible to do. So what it does is without that insulin, it creeps my sugar up really high. And it's like not eating doesn't help. That makes it even higher. So, you know, when you fight the good fight, and when you're talking about picking and choosing your battles, yeah, make sure you just change it to your news feed, Deborah, and everybody will see it. Do you know what I mean? Yep. We love you, Miss Deborah. And I pray for everyone who comes on Coffee with Dawn. And I even say that. I said because I already said it today, and I say it later on, but I'll always say, I was like, God, please be there for all those who can hear Coffee with Dawn. All of my Coffee with Dawners. That's what I call you guys, Coffee with Dawners, because I think it's funny. It puts a smile on my face. But, you know, like every day, I'm just reminded that this particular broadcast is not about me. It's about, like, you guys. It's about you guys. I only tell you about what I go through and what I know to be a fact because I want to help. I don't, not into control. I run away from it. It's actually very freeing, actually. If you think about it, it's, sure, Jess. Well, of course, my friend. We had a lot of wind the other night, so I was like, it won't let me, like, I get the message, but it won't let me reply to it. It's so weird, you know? It is, Rachel. It's about all of us. It's not about one person or the other. It's about all of us. So what you hear me say, it may not apply to you. You may not need it. So take what you need and leave the rest. No, my love, it's not. That's funny, though. I pray for all. And you know, like I was saying the other day, I was like, Lord, please. I pray for those who have no faith, who have lost faith. I mean, that's the biggest thing, you know? Well, I'm uncomfortable. But take what you need and leave the rest. So when you have somebody that you're listening to that is saying, oh, we're friends, we're here for each other, you know, we're going to be this, we're going to be that, as like when Nora said it on his post the other day, I was like, wow, that is true. It wouldn't let me reply. I don't know. It was a Facebook thing. But yeah, so it's like, you know, the thing of it is is that there are people who live without faith. There's some people out here who are very angry with God. It's a misplaced emotion, but it's just anger and they have nowhere, to put it. So they put it on God, Good morning, Miss Ada. How are you, sweetheart? But it's those people who say they're going to stand by you no matter what, and they're there for you, and they're part, and then you never hear them unless something you do can benefit them. Yeah, not cool. And eventually, actions speak louder than words. It is faith over fear. Feeling fantastic. Exactly, Denise. There you go. You said it right then and there. Everyone goes away, don't they? Handful of us stayed around. Oh, you're so cute, Bucky. Carol, I'm going to be praying for your husband. Carol, though, God bless him, because I remember back when he was struggling to find the right position. So, because I feel like they like him there, All right, honey. All right. Have a good day, Jess. I'm probably not going to stay but another 15 minutes because my pain level is going up, 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 up. You even use the sugar-free creamer, Ow. Oh, sorry. The train has left the building, Denise. The train has left the building. No problem, Carol. No problem at all, my friend. Yeah, I mean, it takes us being down at our lowest to be able to look up and see that there's probably only a very small handful of people with their hands lifted to help you up. Because most times people are not that way. So you have to look at the situation and you have to take what you need and leave the rest. So if people's actions are not aligning with their words, then your actions are, you have to move accordingly. Thank you, sweetheart. Yeah, I was thinking about you the other night when it was like so windy when we got that storm come in. I was like, oh, hope Jess is okay with all this wind. Oh, I know, sweetie. Guys, yesterday was so ungodly busy. And I had to, because I've been making up readings. I did 4 readings. I wound up doing way too many readings. I couldn't do that 5th reading. I just messaged the girl, and I was like, I have a headache from doing too many readings. I really need to just de-stress and clear out, my crown chakra. And she was okay with it, thank God. But sometimes it truly does take a village, and other times we're just looking for the one. That one person that reaches out their hand, that one person that doesn't leave your side, that one person that says, no matter what, I'm there. And their actions align with that. Because basically that's what Norris's post was saying, was that your actions are not aligning with your words, so no more. And that's sometimes what it takes, unfortunately. It's just that with the way Facebook is doing it now, I was like, oh, I got to tell everybody. I was going to actually respond to him and tell him about that, and it wouldn't let me. Every time I click on it, I can't see the bar. And I know darn well I wasn't blocked. There are some people I know are not going to block me. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, it has to be Facebook. So, Well, Ada, and that happens sometimes. And things come up. And if things like that come up and you can't do it, then, there's a reason. that you just can't see right now. Mr. Z is sitting in the hot seat. Oh, in so many ways, in so many ways. Yeah, I mean, well, you were out of town, Denise, but no one knew that. Well, not many people knew that, I should say. A handful of us, but it's, and you never know. Like the one person I hadn't heard from in a while, and then I got a message from her, and I'm like, whoa, this is a person like a blast from the past. Like, what's up with this, Lord? And then another time, I was like, someone's like, "Are you not getting my?" Oh, I think that might have even been Jess. You're not getting my messages. And I'm thinking, I'm getting them. I can see them, but I can't reply. Even private messages. Well, that was through. Well, you know what it is? It's like if someone messages me on YouTube, Facebook is not allowing it to go through on Facebook. I don't know why. I'm just saying. But yeah, you can't even click on the live if it's on your wall. Yeah, your profile page. Some people consider their wall, but yeah, that's true. It's strictly for like friends only. It won't go out to public. It says public, but that means your public friends list. Because now they have a feature that you can kind of hide, like you can hide. We'll let it go at that. Okay. Not real happy with them. So I'm just choosing to remain happy and in a peaceful place. Because it's better than the latter, you know? Well, I couldn't even tell him. I was going to say, way to go, and then explain, the difference so that he can explain to his people who come on the show. Because if someone doesn't know and you're having a show and like this one, okay, it's not really my show. I don't think of it as that. But when I do CWD, okay, which is Coffee with Dawn, when I do CWD, I need to be able to inform you and I need to be able to tell you the difference, you know? Um, so, yeah, it's just a matter of knowledge is power. You know, that good schoolhouse, schoolhouse, schoolhouse rock when they say knowledge is power. Yeah, that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what? That's about them, Chris. You know? But, like, all right, for instance, Chris, when I noticed how you had your thing about the groups versus the business pages and everything else, good morning, Janine. I turned around and I let you know what I knew to be true about Facebook and what they were doing, what they were in the process of doing, how that works, and, so that you're not in the dark. If I'm telling you that I'm here for you, okay, every morning on Coffee with Dawn, and then all of a sudden I know something that you don't, and I'm not telling you, is that really being here for a person? I don't think so. So when you're present in the now, when your presence is present, okay, and you're being mindful, yeah, because we learned something. Exactly. You didn't take it the wrong way. You were very appreciative and you told me over and over again. But it's just the fact that if you don't know something, how can you be accountable? How can you be successful? How can you be your very best when the platform you're using, you're not using it correctly because they haven't told you how to use it? So it's not about you, it's about the knowledge that I can impart. And with that, you can take what you need and leave the rest. Hi, Ashley. Oh, you're good, honey. How you doing, sweetie? I follow a couple and they call themselves Facebook hillbillies. Oh, yeah. Wow. Yeah, they're doing different things with tagging. That's for sure. Yep, it puts them in Facebook jail. Yep. Yep, yep. Yeah, I normally clean out my feed, so I go in and do that at least once a week, but I try to do it every couple days. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, yeah. Also, likewise, and you're going to have to listen to your guides and your inner tuition. That tuition's spot on, by the way. Always is. Um, know that sometimes people use that as an excuse. Um, I had once where someone was supposed to be my friend and they were not. Someone was supposed to be doing this and that and they were not. And then used the excuse. The other person came on and was like, well, it's because of Facebook. Mm-mm. I know when it's because of Facebook. I have two people who are very, well, they're nerds, they're geeks. But they interact with Facebook on a different level than we do. Um, One I call my social coach, and the other one is a really good friend of mine. As a matter of fact, I used to date him eons ago, and then reconnected with him maybe a year ago, maybe. And he is a Facebook facilitator. Long story short, but he gets the inner stuff, and when he is allowed to tell family and friends, then I know. But yeah, the last 30 days have been very wonky for Facebook. You know, I think and I'm not defending Zuckerberg, but I'm telling you, what is meant to help is now hindering. So I think um, on a very public level, he's trying to help the Facebook users and the interface. But, and I'm not going to, because he's much more knowledgeable than in the coding area and in some of the other areas that I'm not. Um, I tried coding. I just couldn't remember all the shortcuts and all the, the zero first and then, anyway, it's a matter really of it. It's good in theory, but when you apply to it, to like when you're talking about the general public and you look at where their level of information regarding even just computer use, let alone Facebook use, okay, and these other platforms, they might not. We're not all on the same level. What I can do, others can't. Likewise, what others can, I can't. We're always somewhere in the middle, guys. There's always someone who has it worse and someone who has it better. So there's always someone who knows more, and there's always someone who knows less. So it's just a tricky thing, because the minute you go public with your company and you start selling stocks, there's a different level of accountability. And now with all the whistleblowers and everything else, yeah, it's, he doesn't stand out in the brightest of lights. And I'm not here to judge. I have no idea. So I can't really talk about that. All I know is that you have to be careful when you share a video, a live. Okay. They have video and they have live. Now, it used to be one and the same. When you were talking about video, you were also talking about live. Now it's totally different. I can take a video, make a video today at 2:30, and then send it, post it up to the page. So, do any of you know that when somebody pops up on your Facebook, of someone that you might know, 85% of the time, that person has already been on your Facebook page looking around. Yes, that's part of the algorithm. That's how it denotes that. That's how it picks up on that. Yep. So just know that the people that's always recommended, oh, look, I think you might know this people. Well, how do they do that? Because that's how they do that. Because they've already popped on to look, oh wait, who is this? And they click your profile page. Profile page is the page that you land on when you click on your little picture. When it says profile, that's the page. So when you share it out, public equals that profile page. So please make sure when you share it out, you share it out to newsfeed. That's going to get you to the most possible people and the general public, people you don't know. Yeah, very true. But Instagram is also owned by Facebook. So look for changes, Janine. In the future, near future kind of thing. You know what I mean? So just be aware of that. Anyway, anywho, I'm gonna kind of leave it there today. Um, well, jealousy affects so many people. You know, it does. Um, so I will go do that. Okay, that's all right. I offered. I'm good with it. So you know what? I hope you guys really, really, really have a wonderful Wednesday, because Wednesday isn't just about a hump day. It's about being almost there. Almost there. Oh, no, it didn't, Ashley. See, this is what I mean. You know, it's because it's across the platforms. Ashley, no, I will pray. Do I pray for you, honey? Or is there somebody else? Hey, Janine, how come I can't see your picture on Facebook here, honey? I just realized that. I'm having a block party. Oh, all right, Janine, honey. Yeah, no problem, Janine. I don't know why it's not showing a picture there, though. Be careful. Hope nobody has hacked your page. All right, guys, have a wonderful Wednesday. And oh no, yeah, because you're pregnant. Aw, yeah, it is. Okay, I will certainly pray for you guys. That is a subject near and dear to my heart. Yeah, have an awesome day, everyone. Have a happy, happy full moon Wednesday. I mean, technically, the moon is like, setting is what they call it, but sun sets, moon sets, everything sets. But yeah, have a great day. Love you guys. Bye bye.